Hello, this is Luca Majno. We're back, episode number 40. And I'm coming to you from my lazy boy right now because the internet is out. Apparently, something happened in the town next door to us, and it knocked down one of the biggest towers there are as far as internet goes. So everybody's out. The only thing you can do is go on your phone, and my phone was out through U.S. Cellular. The phone was out for most of the day yesterday, and I just want to show you a little bit of what I could capture of the storm rolling in. Check this out. About 5 minutes before it hit. That was a pretty unbelievable wall cloud, and we got it. And I've never seen it so clear from east to west. Um, and you have about 5 minutes to get in shelter with that gray like that, that whitish gray under the wall cloud. It was amazing. That's one of the most beautiful ones I've ever seen. And the internet is down because of the storm. So that'll tell you we hit 99 miles an hour or close to 100 miles an hour in the most intense gusts recorded at 99 from what I heard, and somebody else said 100. So it was up there. And it shows how fragile life is, how fragile internet is, connections and getting people together and making sure. Because I was sitting here, okay, no internet. My phone doesn't work, okay? You can't call in, you can't call out, you can't go on the internet. And it must be absolutely devastating for certain people. What can you do? Well, you can't do anything. And it was a peaceful day for me. It was very nice. But I also wanted to throw in, while we're here, I wanted to throw in the idea of what's going on with the blood in the urine. There's no blood at the moment at all, but it's doing the same thing as before with the pushing and the spasms down on number 2 area, and it's a lot harder, and it's one step before pain. It's the pressure that mounts and that mounts and that mounts, and then it goes away. So that's been steady, and I'm waking up every 2 or 3 hours during the night, and you have to go. Even if it's a small stream, it doesn't matter, but it's always the same thing. There's that pressure afterwards, and it feels like it's settling down. Now this week it's something different. Next week it'll be something else. So it's really important to chronicle all this, and we're just going step by step, day by day. Speaking about fragile and how fragile life is, um, this is what I love about life, right? You ever notice how life throws things at you when you're just about ready to see it or to handle it? Some of you are probably nodding, going, "Yeah, yeah, yeah." When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. It's the Zen proverb, right? Well, speaking of fragile, have a look at this. This is something that we're being bombarded with. Okay, it's not really humanity that's sleeping. It's that we're in an induced coma, and it's deliberate. And this is what this is what the truthers are conspiring about. What we're trying to expose. Look at all the stuff that's bombarding us every day and every night too. Excuse me. Television, mainstream media, money, big pharma, peer pressure, education, which is indoctrination, internet, social media, computers, smartphones, tablets, media devices, microwave, EMF, vaccinations, video games, chemtrails, organized religion, GMOs, chemicals, from the air, from the soil, from the, from our food, in our food. Transhumanism and transgenderism, that's something that's tied into the protocols of Zion, which I strongly suggest that people check out. The protocols of Zion, it's very important. This is all in there. This is all what this has been planned for, I'd say, centuries. Environmental disasters, man-made environmental disasters, and especially a disconnection from nature. And this is what I love talking about all the time, especially in my shows on healing, disconnection from nature. That's exactly where we're at. Be afraid of nature. Don't go walking in the woods by yourself. Animals will attack you. When animals sense fear, they attack. But if you sit in the woods by yourself, I dare people, I challenge people, go to your favorite tree, sit down at the base of it and wait. Within an hour or two, you have one bird coming up here. You have a squirrel coming up from on top. You have a chipmunk or you have worms coming up, or you have different animals coming up looking, who is this guy, and they want to get to know you. And this is why that beautiful meme that I love posting so much is so outdated now, because half the people don't even understand it, and the other half go, yeah. We've lost the language. Universal language. That's how it was to start with. It was a universal language for the animals, for plants, for human beings, and we lost ours. We lost our language. And this is what a lot of people are saying, especially Native Americans that have been here for over 10,000 years. So on top of all that, on top of all the stuff that we're bombarded with, which is what I just showed you, it's like we're being conditioned. Call it what you will, the dumbing down of America or the deep state, mind control programs. It's already taking its toll on our body on a daily and nightly basis. So it's something to really think about. So then, once I was really into that and I was following that very closely, guess what happens this morning? This morning, I come up to a beautiful image on Facebook. It fell in my lap, just like the other one I shared with you. And it's from Benjamin Rush. And I'm going to share it with you guys again. Unless we put medical freedom into the Constitution, the time will come when medicine will organize into an undercover dictatorship to restrict pay attention now, to restrict the art of healing to one class of men. That's an essay right there in itself. And to deny equal privileges to others. So these are all little cues. These are all little things to tell you you're on the right track. Keep going. Keep digging, keep doing what you're doing, because that's what I do. This is what journalism does for, I don't know how long, over 20 years. Plus, we're healing my two cancers and we're telling them to go somewhere else. And this is all a part of it. And I guess the last show that I did with Roger Laundrie, episode 39, kind of opens it up a little bit for me to talk about this week, because it's so important. It's so relevant. Everything is connected. So it's very important to go through all that stuff. And again, thank you so much for listening, and we'll see you next week.